There is a third method we can use to solve for linear systems of equations. And for this method, we need a coordinate system because this method is called the graphing method. And as the name says, we will need to do graphs. And in order to do graphs, we need a coordinate system. So we're going to be graphing both of these equations. And let's start with the top equation, 2x minus y equals 8. Since we're going to graph this equation first, let's delete the bottom equation just for the moment. We will bring it back later. And let's focus just on this equation. There are many ways we can use to graph these linear equations, but let's use this video to learn a new method. A method that works specifically in this type of situations when both of the variables are on the same side of the equation. What we do is we pick one of the two variables. In this case, let's pick y. And we're going to pretend that this y is 0. So it's gone. It's not going to be there. We're just pretending. We're just setting y to be equal 0. So it is gone. And this leaves us with 2x equals 8. This is a simple equation. We know how to solve them. We just need to divide by 2 so the 2's can cancel. But if we do it on one side, we have to do it on the other. So on the right, we have 8 divided by 2, and 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So we get x equals 4. X equals 4. X means we need to look at the x-axis. And we're going to place this point, this value of 4, into the x-axis. So let's do it. Now for this, we need to pay attention that in this graph, in this specific coordinate system, each one of these lines represents 2. So if we're going to locate positive 4 in the x-axis, we got to go 2 and 4. And we put our point there. Let's put one point there. Now that we finish with the x, we have to bring back the y, and we repeat the process, but now we pretend that the x is 0. So if the x is 0, this part is gone, leaving us with just minus y equals 8. And to solve for y here, we just have to move that negative to the other side. And we can do it either by dividing by -1 or multiplying by -1. Either option is correct. Let's first do in this method, in this equation, in this video, divide by -1. So let's do division. Why do we divide by -1? Because the negatives cancel. But if we do it on one side, we have to do it on the other. 8 divided by -1 is equal to -8. And there we go. We have another solution. We have another variable. This time the variable is y. So we have to look for the y-axis. And we're going to locate y equals -8 in the y-axis. So let's place them. Remember, each square represents a 2. So -2, -4, -6, -8. And that's our second point. Now we have 2 points. All we need to graph lines is 2 points. We connect the points with a straight line. And this is the graph of the first equation. This is the graph of 2x minus y equals 8. But we have a second equation. So let's bring it. X plus y equals 1. All we got to do is repeat the process one more time. Pretend the y is a 0. This leaves us with x equals 1. We don't have to solve anything there. X is already 1. That's it. And we located x. So we're going to look for 1 on the x-axis. If we're looking for 1 on the x-axis, we just got to find the point of 1. Each square represents a 2. So half a square is 1. So that's our first point of the line. Now that we have the x, we bring back our original equation, and now we repeat the process, making the x equals 0. So this x is gone, leaving us with y equals 1. We don't have to solve anything else there, just that, y equals 1. We have a y, so we're looking for the y-axis, and we're looking for the y-coordinate of positive 1. So that y-coordinate is located here, and we just put the second point. One more time, once we have 2 points, all we have to do is draw a straight line passing through those 2 points. And this is the graph of the equation x plus y equals 1. So now that we have the graph of the two equations, we can find a solution, and you'll realize it is very easy because the solution of a linear system of equations is just the intersection point. So where do the lines intersect? At this point, that's where the lines touch each other. That point represents our solution, and if we want to look for the solution, just find the x-coordinate of 3 and the y-coordinate of -2. So our solution is x equals 3 and y equals -2. So no matter which method we use, we still get the same solution.